Hi everybody, Trimmer Trading here. Let's get into the weekly roundup too. So this week, I took four trades. Yeah, four trades. Not an amazing week. It was a difficult week to be honest with you. I'll explain what I mean. But I took four trades. One of the take profit ones was hit for £52.45, which is 1%. This trade's still running. It's a GJ long, which I'll go into in a minute. So it's still running. So TP, the tape this is at break even. So whatever happens, it's a 1% banked. So we'll go through what trade did I start first. I took GJ first. That was my first trade, right? So if we go to GJ, and I have to say it was a good trade. It was a genuinely good trade. So this is what happened. I remember correctly. Right, in this uptrend, this is an uptrend. I had this liquidity zone, H4 zone marked out. Had a nice aggressive pullback straight into it. Had this like massive hammer. This is on Monday, bearing in mind. I saw that. Took the trade once it closed. Stop loss was originally down here, but I've moved it to break even. I can't actually move that now. Yes, I can. So this is the stop loss. That's the stop loss, and then we had a take P up here, which is just like just above this weekly level. It's just a very, very like good place to take profit. It was a resistance and whatnot. I anticipated it to tag into there. If it was going to reverse, it would tag in before reversing. And if it doesn't reverse, I anticipated it to continue all the way to this monthly level at 164, which I've got up here, which is looking like it probably will, to be quite honest with you. So there's this liquidity zone, his monthly liquidity zone, I think it's going to go to. So yeah, nice trade, got in it, and basically just did its own thing. Pushed up. Now there was one thing when I saw it hit this, I considered this to potentially be a double top, and I started to get a little bit worried. So also this candle closed as well. When the 3-day closed, I was like, shit, this is a hanger man, and I've seen this reverse. So I actually moved the stop loss to break even as soon as that 3-day closed, and was just like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. I was really worried about this trade, like really, really fearful of it, doing over analyzing it. Like here, you had this like, this is on the 5-minute. I was really, really like literally for like a few days, just fucking following it. And then on Thursday, I get a message from my email saying the trade won, and I was like, thank fuck. So just really over analyzing it. Anyways, the trade played out pretty well. It hit first take profit. I believe I could have definitely either entered better or just had a tighter stop loss on this trade, but my stop loss was below this wick and this liquidity zone. I could have definitely entered at the same place and just had a tighter stop, same take profit. It's not, do you know what? For the sake of my stop loss being in a nicer place, I'm not really that bothered. So yeah, it's sort of come to fruition. Take P1 hit, and then we're going to see how this plays out. This could easily be a rejection before throwing over, but my stop loss is at break even, so I don't give a fuck. This is interesting. Nearly got liquidity grabbed out. I have reason to believe this is just a correction and it will continue higher, but who knows what's going to happen. So that's GJ, like decent trade. That was my only good trade for the week. What I will say was Dixie was on absolute smoke this week, and this is why the markets was really unpredictable. I think we have a higher low on Dixie, but I'm not even sure at the moment because of how volatile it's been. This to me looks like a higher low with a liquidity grab. The weekly's looking quite bullish. But yeah, this really fucked around with everything last week, or this week, should I say. So that really caused volatility in the market and made it hard to trade. So I'm quite impressed I managed to get a trade off considering how horrible the market conditions were. All right, so that's GJ. We had an AC short. I'm pretty sure that was an AU actually, not AC. Yeah, apologies. That is an Aussie dollar short. And where did I short from? It was here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't on my. It definitely was the 8th. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is I was anticipating Aussie dollar. It was. I don't know why this has gone off my chart. Oh, yeah, 0127. 0127. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, basically had this double top at resistance. I actually shorted into. Yeah, this is where I shorted. I went short here. Pretty terrible trade. The stop loss was above the 3-day. Let's actually just go on here and have a look. Where are you? AU short 54. All right, cool. Yeah, it was a pretty bad. Like that's what it looks like here. So we can have a look on the trading view. To the setup. I mean, it's a valid setup to be honest with you. We were in that long downtrend. Very valid setup. What happened was as soon as the yeah, this is it pretty much. So the sellers came in D3, and then as soon as I manual exited it, and the reason I manual exited was because have a look here. Look at this. This is the 15-minute. Just looks like a break and retest sort of thing. So I saw that as soon as this hammer candle came through on the 15, I was like, nah, I think I got it wrong. And what I learned from this was going against the D1 momentum. So this was D1 was bullish, and I went against it, and it ended up being a very very bullish week initially. So this is the day I went against it. So I went against it on this day, and the thing is, like my trading plan says basically wait until later on in the week, like Wednesday and Thursday, for the shorts to come in, and here we go, like Wednesday, Thursday. This is Thursday. This is Friday. The shorts will come in. So I'm not going with my plan, and it's causing me issues. So that was Aussie dollar. My reaction time was so banging that like I had a tiny loss on this. It was like $6 loss. Um, yeah, £6 loss, not $6. Alright, GJ, this one was just shit. Just a really, really poor trade. I took a scalp. From here. It was a dumb trade, to be honest with you. This is what I took. This is a scalp, stop loss here, target in the same place as my my swing. It's just dumb, man. Like it's just if the momentum continued, it would have been a good trade, but look at this. Bang. I just got wrecked straight away. But it was a really, really low risk trade. Like I only risked like $6 or something like that because I was anticipating it as like an extra stack. But what I could have done is as soon as I saw this 15-minute, I should have got the fuck out of there. And then this really would have been the better trade where I wait for a pullback into nice levels, take it back up to here for 4-1. That would have been the better trade, not this forced trade. I just got gassed, bro. I was just like, oh yeah, let me get some money. So it was a dumb trade. But it actually, if I'd got the entry right, it did work out very much so. So there's scope for that in the future, but you just have to be better with the execution because it was really shit. It was shoddy execution. Very shoddy execution. So that's AU. And what else did we have? Sorry, that was GJ. Bitcoin 56. Not a. I don't know about this one. I've just come out of it because I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all. Yeah. So it was this trade here. we had what I thought was you know, a nice zone of a nice area of support, which it hit and then started to show bias interest coming in, and I was like, cool, well, it's going to push up to at least here before shorts or whatnot. At the time, it looked like it was coming to an end. The 6 hour had just closed like that, and I was like, yeah, cool. That happened straight away. Nearly tagged me out, and then it's still doing some bullshit. And another thing to point, I was aware of this weekly candle. I said that it's still likely we're going to get a push up to here to create like a swing high and a failed higher high. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen. The previous day is very exhausted and it's like one of those reversal candles. But I mean, I think I just got shaken out of it and I should have just accepted my risk. I only risked 25 on this because of the thing stayed, but I could really see scope for a push up to these levels. The funny thing is, I know this pattern very well, so I should have basically like I could have got in at my normal place. There's a liquidity box halfway into it, 1% SOP, and then 2% take profit, and I would have been out. I would have banked that nicely, but yeah, just really shit execution. I'm not really too keen on it, so I just came out and saved the risk, and I'm just basically finished up for the week. Yeah, I don't know if I should have stayed in it or not. It looks pretty. Well, the higher time frames look pretty gnarly. For example, the weekly is like is pretty horrendous. But I've seen this candle just push up, so I'm not 100% what's going to happen at all. In terms of like practicality, in terms of like good practice, I probably shouldn't have come out of this and just let my risk do the talking. If I'd not come out of it, I would have near enough made £5. Let's see. I would have made probably a little bit of money for the week instead of. Yeah, it's a tricky one, man. We'll see what happens. Like I think this probably is. I have a feeling this is actually going to just work out like how I predicted. And I just got shaken out by watching the charts too much. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I would have preferred to have stayed in this rather than like go for the shitty profit. But at the same time, this is like a bit of a shit trade. In terms of like I'm going against such a brutal weekly candle. So yeah, I mean my thinking is that it's going to push up, but like shouldn't I just be looking for shorts? I don't know. It's a bit of a funky trade. I'm quite happy to have come out of it, but then that voice in my head's like, oh, you shouldn't have come out because now if you stayed in, you would have won that trade. Blah blah blah. I mean, to be fair, it is holding, so it is what it is. I'm not going to jump back in or anything. Ah dear. So we'll just see how the market resolves. I think I was looking at the US dollar token as well. I literally just came out of this, so it's one of those ones where I'm a little bit. I don't know. It just looks bullish. The weekly on this looks bullish as well. So this looks bearish. We'll see. We'll see if I should have came out of it or not. But I think that's it for the market roundup in terms of how well I did. That seems to be holding for now, but for how long? Yeah. Regarding next week, we've got lots of setups for next week. So I think with Aussie dollar, that's definitely a failed higher high, and we can look into taking shorts once this stabilizes a bit. EU's interesting me. Yeah, EU. But we'll see how that pans out. Same with Aussie CAD, but it still could be like a higher low right now, and we'll just have to see what happens. But there's going to be lots of trades next week. Even GJ looks like there's shorts on the table, but we'll see what happens. I'll let the week develop a bit more before jumping into anything. Yeah. Anyways, not a great week. I think this Bitcoin trade was unnecessary, very unnecessary. So I'll have to like stick to some sort of, I don't know. I keep taking shitty trades for no reason, but at the same time, Yeah, there's definitely valid analysis behind it. Anyways, I'm wittering on, but not bad. I made a few dollars. Well, I didn't have any losing. I didn't have a losing week, which is cool. And considering how choppy the market was, like the market was fucking peak to trade. I did well, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. Cheers.